optical art.
Okay guys, I'm going to get this video up pretty quick since the price of Bitcoin started dropping. We did find support here at 54,345. Before I get into this guys, so this morning I did a video. I was talking about there was some bearish divergence. I was showing previous times I had bearish divergence. And we had some downside, said it was likely we were in a rising wedge, so we might have some downside. Further into this video, I was marking off some support levels. I had right here marked off this blue 5 channel line at 54,344. You can see we did hit this line to the tick and started pushing up. So we need to see if this holds its support. If you do want to access these charts, guys, again, these are live. You just click the link, they load up. So anytime you want to access these charts, you just go to the website, click it, you can load it up. And when I make it on Twitter, when I make a tweet, you can access the same chart that I'm talking about. But for $39 a month, you get access to Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, access to our Discord, and you can follow me on Twitter. Stocks and tutorials are separate. So let's just get into this, guys. I'm going to give you support resistance levels to pay attention to. So currently our support is 54,355. This also matches a Euro chart. Let me give you this price target if you're trading Euro. So we came down and we hit this right at 45,643. Because I have two charts that match as support, it is very possible that this might hold. Again, we'll have to see. That's why I'm going to give you some different support levels to pay attention to. But again, when you have charts that match support on different, or same support levels that match on different charts, it's possible it could hold. But if we do drop further, your next support level to watch is going to be right down here around 52,290. Your next support level below that, this would be very strong support around 51,600. And the reason I say that is because this line has been tested a lot. You can see we came down, support, 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 resistance, support, more support, resistance, perfect support here, and it goes back a good ways that we've been testing that line. I can go back, I've got a perfect resistance right here. So again, that's what I'm saying, if we drop, that's a likely point to catch a bounce. If we do push back up, your resistance now on the V1 chart is going to be right here at 56,361. If you're trading Euro, your next strongest support below is 42,794. Your current resistance above is now 49,000. I'm going to go through a few of these charts. So this was the pattern I was expecting us to potentially be in. A few videos back, I was talking about we were potentially topped out to come down. And then we started pushing back up. That was this morning's video. I was talking about that potential drop. I did expect us to hold support here. We did drop below it. If we do push back up into this this pattern here, it is possible to come up test this resistance. That's what I'm waiting to see. If we do start pushing back up, if you'll notice, we did drop below this before a total of 2.11%. So far, we've only dropped below this about 1.5% or 1.5%. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. If we do push back above this, watch and see if we hold support around 55,109. If we do get back into this pattern, your next resistance above is 58,491. This chart here, so look, your next support on this chart is going to be right here at 54,000, which is a nice even number, so pay attention to that. This is the A1 chart. If we break that support, your next strongest support on this chart is 52,572. If we push up, you notice, and I mentioned in that previous video, it was likely we would write down this ring as support. That's exactly what happened. Support, 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 support. Then we broke it and came down. So what happens is when a ring is resistance and support, when we hit it from the inside, it can be resistance. So watch if we go up and sideways, you'll find resistance when you hit this ring. That's around 55,724. So that gives you some support levels there. Let's go into dominance real quick. I did mention this in the previous video, why I said that it's possible we could have some downside. Dominance was bouncing back and forth in this pattern. We were getting closer to the apex, so I was saying watch and see. If dominance pushed to the upside, that would be bullish for the price of Bitcoin. If dominance broke the support right here and came down, that would be bearish. That is exactly what happened. You can see dominance is pushing up now. So now your the dominance has resistance at 61.23. So if we get rejected and start coming back down to test the support here, that will be bearish for the price of Bitcoin. If we break above 61.23, not only will we be breaking above this trend line here, which would be bullish, that will potentially send us up to our next resistance around 62.24. That would be very bullish if, again, dominance up, price of Bitcoin up, dominance down, price of Bitcoin down. The DXY, do pay attention to this. So it's interesting, the DXY was coming down while dominance was coming down, but it looks like right now, at least the DXY is pushing up. Remember, the dollar up, Bitcoin down, dollar down, Bitcoin up. So do pay attention. If our current resistance for the DXY we're watching, if we get above around 91.98, our next resistance to watch is up here on 92.45. So this is the pattern we're in currently. So at some point we're potentially either going to break to the upside or potentially break to the downside. I do think it's likely, I think personally, that we're going to break to the upside, and I think it'll be at this ring. And again, as I said in that last video, that is around the 26th through the 29th of March. So do pay attention to that. Just real quick on this chart, so this blue moving average right here, this is the 21 exponential daily. We did break below that. Let's see if we push back up above it. Currently that is at 55,155. The next moving average I have down here is the 200 exponential on the 4 hour. That's around 52,737. Your next strongest support on this chart to watch is around 50,924. And as I mentioned in that previous video, I'll put a link to it at the end of this one. This ring was a lot of resistance, support, resistance, 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 and we got a pump. So if we do have if we keep coming down, this will be very strong support right here on 48,648. I think I covered all of these, guys. Just pay attention. So far this has held as support. I'm in with a stop just below this line. We're hoping to ride it up further. So if it does drop below and it stops me out, then again your next support's right here at 52,327. And I'm very curious to see if we do push back up into this pattern and then start holding support and then come up and test resistance, which again depends when you make contact, but let's just say 58,385. Alright guys, that's it. If you do want to access these charts, website's optilartcrypto.com. Link will be pinned to the first comment in the description. For $39 a month, get access to Bitcoin, altcoins, precious metals, access to my Discord and Twitter. My Twitter is private, so you have to email me to get the Discord invite link and to follow me on Twitter. I do have tutorials teaching you how to create these charts and stocks as well. I say guys, till the next video, trade safe.